to the show. I know it's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been away and kind of busy with the home decor and whatnot. So it's been a little while. Apologize. But man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? End of the day. So welcome back to the show. Welcome back to all of you guys. Again, as I said, I apologize for the almost 2 weeks of absent. But of course, those of you who know have contacted me privately. We've had conversations. I was still working, doing all my consultancy work. So that was still going on, just being busy with life. Other than that, I'm still here, right? So I'm going to wait for a few of you guys to come on. Then we're going to start talking about Trump, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and everything else in between, right? Because there's a lot going on. A lot's going on. I'm just going to have a sip of drink. Right, so if you're here for the first time, my name is Sham, this is 0x5, and the truth is always out there. Desi Track, salam, my brother. Salam, nice to see you, my brother. Okay, so I will get to your Solana. I'm going to hold you off for a little bit before I do this. This stream is not going to be too long. I'm going to make it nice and sweet and short, nothing too big, nothing too fancy. I just had a bit of time, so I thought, you know what, I'll do it. Not an issue. So let's get into the content. Right. Of course, we've just had Trump being inaugurated, and now he's officially the president of the United States. And so many things. There are lots of people like very bullish about Trump coming into power because obviously he's good for crypto, he's pro crypto and XYZ, right? And I watched his inauguration speech 3 times, right? And I couldn't get enough of it. I just heard it 3 times. I was like, this is interesting because he's probably the first ever president to say a few things about what he's going to do, or like, you know, his executive orders that he's going to do in his inauguration speech that nobody's ever done that, right? There's a few bits and bobs we can make fun of, but he didn't say anything about crypto. Let's be honest about it. I see Bubble here. I see Robert here. Yes, no, it wasn't as bullish as it is, but let me get to that as well. But I'll explain to you a little bit, right? From what I understood so far, because as much as I haven't been on a live stream, as much as I haven't been here for the last almost 14 days, right? I think 2 weeks now it's been, right? I haven't been on a live stream. I haven't done any of that stuff, but I have been keeping tabs on the market. I have been keeping tabs with Trump and all of that and watching what he's been doing. So we are going to talk a little bit about that now. So when I watched his inauguration speech, right, there's a few key things he mentioned. Like he talked about freedom of speech, and I was like, isn't that the same thing Elon Musk promotes? So I was like, okay, so clearly the buddies now, you know, so freedom of speech, obviously Elon Musk freed him and allowed him. So I looked at that and I was like, okay, that's what that is. G-Shock, my brother, nice to see you. So that's what that is. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So that means there's a connection there, right? And of course, Elon Musk wants to bring crypto payments to X.com. Of course, with being pro crypto, there's going to be a few things that make things easier with the SEC as well, right? Now, here's the fun part, right? When I look at all of this, and a few days before the Trump's inauguration, Trump meme coin, Melania meme coin, and a few more coming, right? So remember, this he's got kids and this and that, so his entire family is going to have meme coins. Now, meme coins are not regulated. We know that, right? So if you're selling something as a meme coin or any crypto at all, right? If you're selling it as an official entity or like somebody who's well known, it could be a security, right? But funny thing is now Trump has someone who's pro-Trump. Let's just say pro-Trump. I'm not going to use the pro-crypto, pro-Trump, right? Who's going to probably allow all of this to happen. So we are going to see some crazy stuff happening in crypto. It's a prediction I'm making. There's nothing set in stone, and nobody's given me any info. But there will be some crazy stuff going on, and I believe that obviously Trump is doing this because of that reason, right? So his meme coin is going to be legitimized. It's going to be listed on all the exchanges, right? They don't give a shit. Everyone's doing it because if you don't list Trump's coin, the president's coin, you're not going to be in his favor books, right? So in order to do all of that, so it's political as well, right? So funny thing is he probably, a lot of people he's probably launched it as a scam, right? Probably, who cares, right? And like even now it's like what, $30 or something a piece, right? It went all the way up to like $80 or something stupid like that for a meme coin. That's seriously crazy. And then on top of that, the family owns, or whoever the team apparently has, about 80% reserved for them, apparently locked. Again, none of that matters. Listen, I don't give a damn about that, right? His meme coin, launching it, you guys buying it. No, I'm not buying it. What? None of that matters. What matters is what's coming afterwards, right? Because normally something like that would have chaos behind it. But actually, he's opening the doors up, right? He's just cleared the path for so many altcoins, so many, because you can't just have one, to become legit, right? To be approved by SEC. It gets even more crazy. Some top level exchanges have actually filed for an ETF with Doge and Trump coin. How freaking crazy is that? They filed an ETF for Trump coin. So we're getting a Doge, probably getting a Doge ETF, or probably getting a Trump ETF. How freaking insane is that? But that can only happen if Trump owns his own coin. And he does, right? So he's got his own coin. He's officially done it blatantly in everybody's face. He's rubbed it into everyone. Gary Gensler, you name it, everyone, Biden, everybody who was anti-crypto, he just rubbed it in their face. He said, look, this is the opportunity you missed. Right, so he's got his coin, he's pumped his coin, he's made a few $1 billion, right? $1 million, few $1 million. He's converted them into Ethereum. He's probably going to convert some into BTC as well. None of that matters. Remember, none of that matters. What matters is he's just cleared the path, right, for other alts to be legitimized as well in that sense. So now the floodgates have opened for crypto. That means anybody top level can do this, and Elon Musk has something to do with it as well, as far as I'm concerned, because he wouldn't be involved with Trump so much if it wasn't. That's how I feel anyway, right? So that's my 2 cents on this, right? So that's Trump, right? So that's it. I think I've just said everything. Melania coin, whatever, doesn't matter. You to be on the good side of Trump, you're gonna allow whatever's happening right now. I'm not going to go too much into the geopolitical stuff, right? I think I've had a full day of geopolitical stuff. But I would say one thing, right? So this is a speech, right? This is a speech I heard today, right? So there was a speech from the ex MI6 chief, right? So the guy who's the in charge of MI6 in the UK, the ex Sir Alex something, I forgot his full name, right? So he made a speech, and in that speech, right at the end, he said something, and that kind of connected with me. Do you know what he said? He said, if there's a room full of people who don't agree with you, if there's a room full of people who don't agree with you, leave that room and find a room that there are other people who agree with you, even if it's one person. That's what he said, right? And for me, the way I'm looking at it, and what Trump is creating here, right, is a lot of people are going to disagree, but he's got his room full of people who agree with him. And I love that. And I thought, wow, what a timing, Sir Alex, whatever your name is, right? The ex MI6. MI6 is very big in the UK. Saying that, I was just amazed. I was like, okay, this is brilliant, right? This is brilliant, because what a timing for someone to say something like this. If a room doesn't agree with you, then you shouldn't be in that room. You should go to a room that you find at least one person who agrees with you. Nailed it. Now let's talk about crypto. G-Shock, I will read your message. I think you said something. He couldn't be asked to talk about crypto, but could make his own meme coin. Yes, of course. I mean, look, end of the day, as I said, he's cleared the path. So this is a little bit more political stuff, right? And of course, financial benefit for him as well. Why not? Do you know what I mean? End of the day, listen, crypto is still the wild, wild west. And for us, I have to say this, right? Believe it or not, we want it to still stay the wild, wild west. Remember, we do not want regulation, guys. Regulation that doesn't favor the normal average Joe and Joannas, right? If it doesn't favor you, that's not a regulation you want, right? The regulation only works for institutions, right? And, other organizations. It works for them because that's how they play the tax game and whatnot game. That's how they play that game. We don't want to be part of that. So we need the wild, wild west. And I think him having a meme coin with absolutely zero utility, complete shit coin, right? Shit coin is still better than a meme coin. Let's be honest. Shit coin is usually better than a meme coin. But he's created a meme coin and it has such a high valuation, right? And it breaks all the norms, right? How much they have. Normally, we wouldn't even touch a coin. I'm not even touching it anyway, but normally people don't touch a coin that has more than 10% supply for the founders, right? In a meme coin, especially, come on, more than 10%, bro, you're going to stay away. That's a red flag. So he's broken all the rules and he's created something that's just broken the norm for us, right? and he's created the wild west, and that's something we need. If you guys want to make money in crypto for another decade, right? At least a decade. Let's just not go too far because things could change, right? But for another decade, we need this. We need crypto to stay decentralized and to stay as the wild west, because that's how we're going to make the money. So that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to go into crypto right now. I'm going to talk about, I see Bubble here. Nice to see you. And the G-Shock. Yes, nice to see you all. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about crypto right now. So I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, what I see for Bitcoin. So far, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and many more altcoins, right? In the same kind of a category, they have actually reset all of their counters. In fact, one of the best signals that we could potentially get, we haven't got yet. So please do understand, if it was something urgent, I would have done an update already, right? I would have done a live stream for you guys last week, but it's not the case because I work slightly different on a higher time frame, those of you who know. So we have 4 days remaining, 4 days, which means Sunday midnight in the UK, Sunday midnight, for the indicator to actually confirm the theory. So it's just a theory for now, because it's just kind of gearing up towards that direction. So what it's saying is on Sunday, on midnight Sunday when we close, so Monday morning when we open up the markets, if the candle is indicating bullish, right, then that's the start. That's the start. That's the rocket ship literally starting the engine. That's the good news here, guys, right? There's no bad news about it. It's just freaking good news. Now, if there was any type of bad news, means if it doesn't confirm on Monday, on Sunday night, when it doesn't confirm, all it does, it prolongs it for another week or two, which is also freaking insane, because you have to think in a particular way. Remember, guys, it's perspective that matters. It's perception. You know what I mean? One or the other, right? But that's how I'm looking at it. So I'm like, okay, look, this is what I see. I see that, okay, on Sunday, we're going to confirm, we're going to get the most bullish signal that we can get. When we get that signal, we usually have easily about 8 to 12 weeks of pumps, right? We're going to get that. And if we don't get that and it prolongs for another week or two, absolutely brilliant, because they also give us another 8 to 12 weeks. Ultimately, everything is indicating we are going to get that signal. That's the key here. We are going to get that signal. There is no ifs and buts. That signal's coming. Now, right? So that's BTC, Ethereum, and all the other altcoins, majority of the major blue chip altcoins. Now, there is one altcoin I'm going to move away, which is XRP. I will talk about that separately because XRP is in a critical area I want to talk about a little bit later. I want to talk about Solana. So I know my brother asked me a question on Discord regarding Solana, and I asked him a question back. I said, is it a leverage trade or is it a spot trade? Now, Desi Track, if you're still here, my brother, I want to tell you this. If it is a spot trade, bro, this thing is about to shoot. We have another week or two of this thing to shoot. This thing wants to go to 1K. This thing wants to go to 1K. So all I'm going to say, don't even bother with a stop loss. I don't normally say this on a live stream. I'm telling you this on a live stream. Don't even bother with a stop loss, because so far everything is bullish, means we have more to the upside. The probability is higher to the upside. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't do financial advice, and none of this should be considered as financial advice. It's just me being extra bullish and understanding that what the markets are saying, what the charts are saying, and Solana is showing signs that it wants to freaking rip. It wants to leave. I mean, we just started the engine for the rocket. Solana's already lifting off. Do you know what I mean, right? And funny thing is, we can thank Trump for that. We can thank Trump for that, because it's crazy. Check this out. This is our freaking insanity, right? Insanity. Normally, when these institutional people come in and play with certain things, right, they do things OTC, XYZ, whatever. They do everything's OTC, right? Because that's how they like it. They don't want to do it on chain, because they know if they buy something on chain, it's going to pump the market, right? If they sell it, it's going to dump, right? So normally what they do sell to push the price down. But when it comes to buying, these mofos, I have, trust me, if I had a stronger word, I would give it a stronger word. What they do, they buy OTC, so they don't impact the price. They don't want us to benefit from it, right? But in the case of Trump and his Trump coin and his Melania coin, right? They bought Solana on chain to pump the shit out of it, right? Literally, excuse my language, but that's what they did. It's hilarious, right? They bought it on chain. It gets even better when they converted and sold their Trump coin and Melania coin, right? $20 million worth. Officially, we know they're probably more, but $20 million worth was converted to USDC. Great. So USDC still going on chain, not a problem. And then they use the USDC to buy Ethereum on chain again. Do you know what I mean? And then that's why we saw the other day, we saw a nice little pump on Ethereum. But Ethereum's just gearing up, in my opinion. If that was on chain, then I can assume this guy's a billionaire, right? I'm sure other people are involved with it. I'm sure he's getting advice from top level crypto advisors. And I'm talking about, for example, what's his name? Garland Chaz, man. I always forget his freaking other name, right? But look, what I'm saying is basically you've got crypto founders having dinners with Trump, right? I'm telling you, they are advising him what he needs to do, right? And that's how they've done on-chain, little bit. The rest of it, they're going to do off-chain, means they're going to do OTC. That's what they're going to be doing, right? And they've probably already done it, right? Because they're paying with money. And a lot of these money, probably, it's not even his money, to be honest, right? They probably just donated it to him and said, oh, well, we make that for you. We'll donate you $1 million and we'll make $1 billion for you. How about that? Because that's how it works, right? Because think about it. If you want to make a project, right, you want a coin to pump, right? Ducator, my brother, right? Nice to see you. You want to make a coin pump. You need to put $1 million in there, right? You put $1 million worth of liquidity. Boom, that coin will pump $10 million tomorrow, bro. There's no ifs and buts, right? That's how it works, right? When it comes to you want to pump a coin. So I'm assuming these high liquidity coins, money's coming from somewhere. It's just my 2 cents, right? That's how I feel. That's what I feel has been happening anyway. So interesting. That's what's going on, right? So they kind of, thanks to them, they pump Solana. So all of them, even Ethereum, even though it looks like it's down, it is down. It's at 3,200. In fact, I'll tell you the correct price right now. $3,246 right now. $3,246 right now. But even then, right now, we've actually come to the bottom of that leg in order to pump now. So by Sunday, if we don't pump, don't panic. Don't panic, right? Ethereum's still safe until 3 grand. It's still safe, right? But if Ethereum starts to make a move, then we can expect the upper levels, because that gives us the bigger moves. As I said, like the 8 to 12 weeks move, we're going to get that. So that's how that's going to be, right? Now, I want to move over to XRP, because this is the kind of the biggest thing right now, right? So XRP is showing an entirely different signal to everything else. Guys, all the blue chips that I kind of follow, track, buy, sell, trade, handle for the clients, everything is bullish. It's the same thing I've been telling everybody. So I've had a lot of people telling me, Sham, should we sell our BTC? I was like, nah, what's wrong with you? Go, go, go. Do we put a stop? Like, bro, don't worry about it. You buy spot? Yeah, I'll buy spot. Don't worry about it. Go, go. It's going to go more. Right? It's going to go more. Don't worry about it. So we went to 109, which is fine. Not a problem, right? A lot of people are, is this it? Have you topped out? I said, no, no, no. Patient, calm down. We still got room. We're still going up, right? We still got to go and test that 133K. Don't worry about it. We still have room. And so far, indicators are also pointing up as well. So I'm really happy with that. Ethereum showing the signs that, okay, look, we had a reset. We've come in. We've reset now. We're going to start shooting this rocket up as well. So good. Right, Solana, thanks to Trump, nice little push. But however, the overall structure is also pointing up as well, right? So ignore the pump, it's fine, right? So we're good with Solana, we're good with that, right? So I'm really happy, right? In fact, not long ago, I think 3 or 4 days ago, I had a conversation with one of our brothers, KR, on Discord, and I had a private conversation with him, right? A private, like kind of a meeting. And through that meeting, I actually said to him, right, I said, do you know what? I'm thinking of converting 10% of my Ethereum, right, into something else, right? 10% of my Solana, not my Ethereum, 10% of my Solana into something else, because I have a whole shit ton of it, right? And then we had the Donald Trump pump. And I was like, no. Thank God I didn't do it at that time, because if I did, oh man, I'll be lost right now, right? So, but let's talk about XRP, right? So XRP, I have a bit of a situation, because as I said, it's showing me a complete opposite indication to everything else. It's actually in a very, very highly overbought territory, which is weird, because XRP shouldn't have been in that highly overbought territory. Now it's there. Now, I'm hoping, because the technicals are saying it's overbought, it's going to come back for a correction. We might see 1 or 2 weeks of a downside. Right, but looking at the pattern and looking at the structure. So obviously these are all saying overbought. Fine, okay, I'm okay with that. But just looking at where we are, we've tested the all-time high. We fell below, hence why we might bleed down a little bit more. But if you look at the rest of the structure on a slightly lower time frame, like a 3-day time frame, we seem to be holding a nice little support zone between the $3 and the $3.20. And I'm quite happy with that, because that means that, okay, even if we do calm down, we don't do anything while everything else makes a move, because XRP has done its thing, right? But if every XRP just sits still, just like I said, BTC needs to stay still for a little bit. If XRP stays still, don't panic, right? You know, let XRP do its thing. It's holding very strong. It's proven itself. It's holding very strong. I feel all the indicators just need to restart a little bit. But once the momentum kicks in, and all the spotlight goes away from Trump coin and all the BTC spotlight that BTC has right now goes away, I think XRP is going to restart again. And when it restarts, we should head towards that $5 to $6 and then potentially the $10. Because remember, guys, I'm going to give you some targets right now, right? So on a live stream, I'm giving you some targets, right? XRP, we need to get to approximately $10, right? Lowest we're going to accept is about $6, right? And that's considering how low we were during when we were in the bear market. So we want to get to around $6 or $10 is the top end. Ethereum, we're looking at approximately $6,000 a coin, which is nothing, right? $6,000 a coin to about $10,000 a coin on average, if not 13,000 is our top. So we have multiple targets there. Solana, we're looking at about $400. That's the target that I've had, $400, because of the current psychology. If not, then the highest target we want is $1,000, right? $1,000. That's what we want, right? We're just kind of following that kind of thing, right? And then when we got, for example, BTC, we've already said the number, which is $133,000 to $137,000. That's what we want. We wanted to prolong the market, which we're doing right now. So funny thing is, this cycle, even though it's the beginning of the end, potentially as we drag this along, as long as we don't have a black swan event, we can drag this along and add another 2-3 months. You see what I mean? So the more time we could add, the longer it gets and the bigger chances we have, right? So we could get to those higher levels. I want to read some of the comments right now. So Ducator says, ETH has steadily been downtrending versus BTC since it committed treason against decentralization. It is treason, bro. And also remember one other thing as well. It tried to solve the problem with its fee problems, right? That's what was everyone was talking about, by moving it from a proof of work to a proof of stake, right? Now, proof of stake actually made it more centralized because not many people could afford, right? So of course, those people who had 32 were fine, right? 32 Ethereum to do the validation, they were fine, right? But many people didn't. So a lot of people got priced out. But even then, most of those validators were already bought up by Coinbases and the Krakens and all sorts of other institutions with millions and millions of dollars, right? So it's all centralized, you know, they have complete control. So they still control the fees and whatnot. There's nothing in the code that says you can't charge more than that. Imagine they did that, right? The fee is only maximum you can charge is 0.001. You cannot go above that. You can charge less, but you can't go above that. Imagine they could do that. And the funny thing is they can do that because with Ethereum, it is programmatically, you can actually code it into it. So another update could come in and definitely change things, right? Talking about update as well, another update that is due, I'm not sure what the date is. I'm sure we're going to find out the date very soon. It is due this year, apparently, is the Solana Fire Dancer. Right, that changes a lot of the things, and it actually makes it more decentralized and more stable because they do have some outages. It will make it more stable, which also could be a massive reason why Solana's pumping. Right, remember Solana originally when it came, it was competing with Visa. Right, it was competing with Visa, and it got even better. Visa partnered with Solana to do USDC, to do its crypto transactions. So think about it. It was made to compete with Visa, and Visa's a partner with Solana. Right, if the Fire Dancer comes in, it could be more stable and it could actually validate it to be a little bit more legit than the others. Of course, we do have competitors, Ethereum and Sui and Sei and all sorts of others, Aptos as well. But let's see what happens, right? We'll talk about them as they come along. So that's what it is, right? Now, Desi says, fair play. I tried to spot trading between ETH and Sol. Just play with 10% off profits to accumulate when they recently pumped. Nice, nice. That's what you do. It pumps, take profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profits, brother. Remember one thing, right? If you don't take a profit, you're a loser. Because end of the day, somebody else is going to take that profit and then dump the market. Right, as we're in this market, it doesn't matter what percentage your profit is, right? So track, it doesn't matter what percentage your profit is. A profit is a profit. As long as it's more money than you've put in, it's profit, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's what I always recommend to everybody. Guys, take your profit. Don't focus on the 2x, the 5x, and the 10x. They will come. They will come. There will be a day when you do those. But in the meantime, don't risk your funds. Always manage your risk, right? You know, say, okay, fine, I'm in crypto. Maybe I can afford to lose 5%, 10%. Fine, that's the downside. On the upside, if I'm making 10%, I don't see it moving anything. It's fine. And remember, when you're buying and selling and trading, like spot, you're trading, you can just swing trade 10% every other day. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the potential's high. Of course, you've got to put a little bit more work into it, but it is what it is. Of course, you want to buy and hodl. That's a whole different strategy. During a bear market, we buy and we hodl, we sit back, we relax, and we do whatever we need to do. So that's a different stuff, different strategy. So that's what it is. Always recycle your profits. Always, right? You know, why not? You can reaccumulate, buy more, invest more, do whatever you need to do. And I'm not going to plug anything, but I've mentioned this before as well. I'm working on something. I will make some public announcements when I'm ready. I think there's going to be some good stuff coming from that as well. And it's all about basically investing safely and, you know, something stable. So you know that it's a long one. It's not something that, oh, I'm going to do 10x, 20x, 100x. No, I'm not doing none of that business. We're trying to do something a little bit more traditional, a little bit more established. So, for example, it's better than your savings account or any other bonds and stocks that you're putting in. You get a better return, but it's a lot more stable, and the potential is that there could be more bonuses with that as well. So that's something I'm working on. I'm not going to announce anything here. I don't think we have the kind of community. I'm being transparent here. We don't have the kind of community. I mean, I launched a cryptocurrency coin the other day. I launched a meme coin. My meme coin, nobody bought. Right? Trump launched a coin, boom, everybody bought. You know what I mean? So think about it that way. So when I've talked about something before, I've had people on live stream say to me, "Oh, why you all YouTubers want to sell something?" I don't want to sell anything, man. Get lost. Not interested. Oh my. GK says, when you own altcoins, you're constantly concerned about your investment. I don't get scared of my value when in BTC. Of course not, my brother. One Satoshi is $1, bro. Bitcoin's price value works like hydraulic pressure. We have been adding pressure the past 16 years now. We have met the resistance. It's not 16 years, bro. It's not 16 years. It's not 16 years. I think we've come to 15 years, close to 15 years, not 16 years. 2009 to now, so whatever the maths is. But it is what it is. But I do understand what you mean. I do understand what you mean. Desi says, bro, if Sol hit 1,000, I'm throwing a party. I'm coming to your party, bro. I'm coming to your party. Hey. Right. G-Shock says, a friend who I've been preaching crypto to for years finally wants in 10k to invest, obviously late to the game. I figure 7,500 BTC long term and 2,000 F and so okay. G-Shock, my advice, right, and this is not a financial advice, right? My advice, if your friend's got 10k to trade, my advice is don't even bother with BTC. I know Kate is gonna hate what I just said there, right? But there's a reason behind this. You got 10k. You're better off making 10k into 20k. And if the potential for you to make 10k into 20k is in Ethereum and Solana, for example, you play that. Right now, 10k is going to only buy you like 10%, right, of a BTC. 7.5k is going to buy you 0.7%, whatever, right? Something like 7%. So think of the number that, okay, I'm going to buy 7% BTC. Long term, no problem, right? Maybe it goes to $1 million. It will. Don't worry, it will go there. But you can actually, like, if the altcoin starts, then you can actually make your 10k into 20k. So when you make your 10k into 20k, By that time, BTC could also pump, right? It could also pump. But now you have 20K, which means you can actually buy more. If BTC goes to 150K, for example, you can buy 15% with 10K, or with 20K, you can buy a little bit more, like 12%, 12.5%, something like this, right? But the point is, you can always buy a little bit more. So if you are, however, this is the one other thing. If you are thinking long term, say for the next 5 years, okay, I want to put this money in and I'm not going to look at it. Then by all means, go and do whatever. That's a different story. Then yeah, put your 7.5K now, right? Put your rest in the Solana and Ethereum, for example. Do it right now, right? And see where it goes. You know what I mean? If you're in it for another 5 years, that's the one thing I would say. If you're doing long term, it has to be minimum 5 years. If you're doing it to make money, then make as much money as possible and then do something on the long term. So that's what I would normally say. But of course, it's not a financial advice. It is what it is. Desi says, when Visa partnered, that gave me the go-ahead conviction to go all in. My brother, nice. I did it way before that, brother. I've been holding Sol for God knows how, man, since it was $2. So you can imagine me. GK says, I don't have problems with Sol. Lately it's scaring me. It appears to be getting the way of ETH becoming a meme factory instead of building Web3 for the real users. Exactly. So that's the thing, right? You've got to identify. Now, there's a good and bad thing, by the way. So when Solana became the meme factory, right, and I've called it the meme factory myself, actually, when it became the meme factory, it changed the dynamics. And instead of Solana kind of trying to build Web3 and this and that, they said, you know what? If this it makes people buy and sell Solana and use our thing, because the whole idea is you have a blockchain. If nobody's using your blockchain, it doesn't matter how wow you want to do, how much Web3 you want to build, how much technology you have, how much knowledge you have. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant if people are not using it, right? So what's happening with Ethereum, that's where it all started, right? But Ethereum's become, it's not practical. It's not practical for meme coins, for NFTs. It's not practical. So people have gone and looked for cheaper alternative. In fact, hence, this is one of the reasons why blockchains like Arbitrum, right, just as layer 2, right? Optimism, layer 2, Base, layer 2, BNB, layer 2, or actually BNB is its own chain right now, but it's still, we can say layer 2. We can say Kronos, right? Kronos, layer 2, AVAX, layer 2. So if you think about it, why are they getting more and more popular? Right? Because Ethereum has a problem. So Ethereum can't solve this problem, hence why people have diverted, because people are looking for cheap gains and how to maximize their profits. So with Solana, most people, it's really hard to build, right? But people have made tools to make these meme coins, tools to make these NFTs a lot more easier. And now those tools have been copy pasted everywhere, and it just became the ideal location. And most of the attention is there. Of course, the others also have a few percentage, right? But most is there. And that's what Solana team is banking on, to the point where they're like, okay, you guys carry on doing your meme factory, because that's what finally buys us. We're going to do hardware now. So this is what Solana's going. Solana's moving into the hardware. And Solana's saying, okay, we're going to build hardware. And those of you who buy our hardware with the Solana, so you pay with the Solana. So you buy Solana from us or wherever on the open market, which is fair, decentralized. You buy Solana, whatever the price is, you pay XYZ for the hardware. Now, because you bought an official hardware from us, your hardware wallet, that official device, will receive airdrops, right? Airdrops. So they're like creating this unique liquidity system, right? Means every device holder, every hardware device holder ends up being a liquidity holder of some assets that come out. So it's a whole new unique thing, and I think a lot of more companies are going to do this. Sui, in fact, they've created a game console to do the same thing. They love the idea because that's what it is, but they just don't have the adoption yet. But yes, they are getting a lot of developers moving over there. So this is where we're going. We're evolving now, guys. It's not about Web3 anymore. I think all the Web3 that we've had to see, all the blockchains we wanted to see, I think we've seen. We're going to see so many more because things are getting easier. It's not about Web3 now. It's all about bringing crypto to the real world and taking utility that way. You see what I mean? So utility would be a hardware device. And I'm fascinated. I'm excited about that. I think that's the evolution we needed. All right, that's just me with my 2 cents anyway. But that's what I feel, because we've been focusing too much on Web3 and what has Web3 and how much more can Web3 really do. We have DeFi, that's one of the best Web3s. We have decentralized wallets, but again, how decentralized are them if they are created by centralized things? Like, for example, Phantom, one of the Solana's wallets, Phantom wallet, most popular. Well, they've been raising money from private venture capital investors. Is that decentralized? I beg to differ, right? So for me, I obviously have a backup. I use Backpack and I use Soulflare and whatnot. I use them because end of the day, these are not created by a normal anonymous group or whatnot, right? These are registered companies raising money, billions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions, let's just say millions of dollars, right? You know, Series A, Series B, whatever, round one, round two, round three. So think about it that way, right? And I think, you know, it's okay. There's no harm whether Solana's become a meme factory or not. That's how I feel anyway. GK says G-Shock, Bitcoin only until the dollar sat parity comes. I knew you were gonna say that. 16. Okay, all right, cool. I didn't know, man. I didn't know. Anyway, what I do, set and forget. Rusty says, am I bullish on CAS? No, I'm not bullish on CAS. However, there is another CAS that I am bullish on. So there's another CAS starts with C, C-A-S-P-R. Look at that. Don't focus on K-A-S-P-R. KASPR has too much of mining rewards, and right now the only people that are interested are the miners, and they're dumping quite a bit, hence why that particular project doesn't really benefit until they can reduce the mining reward, and then and also they get a lot of more holders who are not miners. We are going to see some great potential there. So the coin is great, the project is great. You can actually mine it with the same ASIC miners as BTC, for example, and a lot of the miners out there, the pools are sharing the same miners to do it, so it's not an issue. That's a good thing. But look at the other coin called Casper, C-A-S-P-R. Maybe that might be something you want to be looking into. Again, no financial advice, guys. Have a look at that. Ducator says 1,000 gets you 0.01 BTC right now. That's 1 million. my brother. I love his stats, man. I know. Desi says, since Sol released the Saga 1 with meme drop, started the meme cycle. Different chapter, but still being based on Sol. It's still great for Sol and its platform. Yes, now here's the fun part, right? So you can understand this. So original chapter 1. So Solana, when they released the first chapter 1, that had nothing to do with meme coins. It wasn't even planned, right? However, when it was a coin called Bonk, right? Bonk, and there was another one, there was two. They decided to collect, because Solana chapter 1 had a NFT, right? There's chapter 1 NFT. So they collected all of the NFT addresses because they knew who's got the NFT. So all they had to do is forward the airdrop to those addresses, and that's how this started. So it wasn't Solana who did that, it was Bonk, right? They made a big deal about it. And by the way, Bonk is not your average decentralized project. It is an institutionalized project. So they had millions of dollars to throw at this because they knew what they were doing, right? So what they did was they said, okay, where's all the chapter 1 NFTs going? What wallets are they? Let's get those wallet addresses and let's airdrop to them. And that's how they created that. So of course, Solana's taken that on board now, and they said, well, hold on, if it works, right? So they've taken that on board, and they said, by the way, we're now creating a mechanism. We're creating a mechanism through our update onto Solana where people can do a direct airdrop to these. So you don't even have to go and look for addresses and this and that. They're making it more easier now. So there will be a platform. I forgot the name of the platform. There's already a platform they've invested as well. Apparently somebody else, but they've invested anyway. So you can now just go there and submit your airdrop tokens, your percentage, and say airdrop this to everybody. It's good. So far it's working. Only problem, so it's still working right now, by the way. If you have a Phantom wallet or a Soulfare wallet, you may be getting airdrops. Here's the problem. Currently, all of those airdrops are coming as compressed coins. Now, a compressed coin is useless. You can't trade it. That's the problem. So I think until chapter 2 comes out and until these companies fix that issue, right? Because you're going to airdrop something, drop something that people could freaking trade, right? That's what I say. You know, that's what the big boys did, like the Bonks and all of those, right? Or the Maneki and this and that, all the other coins. They dropped the legit coin, which you can trade right away, right? That's how it should be, and that's how people have made. So those are the legit ones. The other compressed ones, people are using the software, but these are compressed, and I'm not a big fan of these compressed tokens because they're just filling up my wallet. I'm getting freaking annoyed. I'm like, what the hell? I can't even trade this crap, right? I'm getting like 1,000 of these, 10,000 of these, 1,000,000 of this, right? But I can't even trade it. So what the hell is this going on? And then when I do go and buy some of them, it shows up as a double quantity and the price shows up double, but it's wrong because it's only the amount I bought. That's the real coin. The compressed ones are nothing, absolutely nothing. So that's annoying, and that's one thing they got to change as well. But I think it's coming anyway. Let's see with the fire dancer and all the updates and everything, and the Solana saga chapter 2, whatever they want to call it. I think they're calling it something else now. When that comes out, I think we'll find out. So I see KR here. Nice to see you, my brother. Rusty says, I'm bullish on Sui. Sui, me, I'm bullish as well. Earlier on, remember I said to you, I said on the live, I said how I wanted to convert 10% of my Solana into something else. So I have a large quantity of Solana because I bought Solana way back in the days when it was a couple of dollars. I bought Solana. And I also bought Sui when it was a couple of cents, right? So there's a difference there. I did buy when it was a couple of cents, but I didn't buy too much, right? I was having some financial difficulties at that time, and I needed to invest money elsewhere. So I didn't really buy a large quantity. So comparatively, I still hold a massive chunk in Solana. So for me, I was thinking, I was like, oh, look, I've got a massive chunk, and I've made shit tons. I should convert about 10% of that into Sui. That would rebalance. That will rebalance my portfolio. So that's how I was thinking the other day, and then I didn't do it, right? So I'm still looking at it anyway. But I'm happy with what I got in Sui, to be honest. I'm happy with it. I mean, I've done some lovely gains, right? I ain't complaining. Yeah, I was thinking there was like 32 or 36 cents. So you do the maths, right? But I just don't hold enough, and I really want to hold some more. So, and I think it's got a potential to even go to about $10. Right, Sui to $10, not an issue. I think it can easily go to $10, and in the future, it could potentially even go to 100, 150, maybe even $200. So this is long term, like maybe 5 years from now. But it totally depends on how much they're building and how much activity happens. So, guys, with so many coins coming out every day, so many different crypto coming out every day, so many different narratives coming out every day, the one that wins is the one with the biggest marketing, right? So of course, let's see what they do, how they market it. That's where we're going to be. So there's no rush. We're not going to miss anything. Listen, when the bull market's over, all of these coins are going to go down 60-70%, right? So whatever your price you're looking at, don't worry about it. We get it cheaper. So I'm not too concerned about that. Ducator says, I view crypto as a whole, like a big ass mall. Okay, SOLTC are all stores within the mall. Some media are bigger. Some malls are bigger than others, like F, which has other vendors inside the store. 100, bro, your analogy is perfect because that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, blockchains are malls, right? In fact, BTC is soon going to be doing some layer 2 stuff. It already has some, but it's going to be doing some more crazy stuff. So keep an eye on block stacks. Right, stacks, keep an eye on them. They're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff through that as well. And of course, you know about the BR20s or whatever they call it, right? The inscriptions, that's happening as well. There's a few other bits and bobs happening. So BTC is about to get some layer 2 stuff coming in, some smart contractability coming in, which it already has, by the way. It's had it since I think 2015 or 2016. But it's just people building is quite difficult. So that's all coming very soon. So the next 3-4 years, don't be surprised if you see smart contracts on BTC. That's coming very, very soon, by the way, if not sooner. So let's see what happens. Warlock says, thank you, come again. Okay, thank you. See you soon. Ducator says, used within their own store, Bitcoin is the money in the entire mall till Bitcoin's full value is realized. It's the only play to make because it continues to devalue all other assets, 100%. Robert says, are you bullish on XRP? Sell now or not? No, I'm bullish on it, bro. I'm heavily bullish on it. I've never... What I'm saying is what you will see is the market structure on XRP currently showing it's overbought, but it needs to reset. It hasn't reset like everybody else, right? Because it actually pumped during the time when everybody else dumped. So because of that, if you do see it a bit volatile, if you see it doesn't do anything, don't panic. It's okay. It's holding a very strong support, and it's built itself some lovely support. Even when the market was bleeding down 10, 15, 20%, right? XRP held very strong, and so far it's still strong, and I still believe that it's going to go to $6, if not $10. Right, $10 is my number. Right, so that's what it is. GK says, if you're already in XRP, ride the wave and bail on your own greed. Otherwise, stay the fuck away from it, brother. I love him, man. I love this brother. Desi says, educational lessons as always. Okay, also my brother. Ducator says everyone is I've come down to the bottom now. Ducator says everyone is excited that Trump's crypto company bought 47 million of BTC. Upon further look, he bought wrapped BTC, which is 100% not BTC, 100%. Of course, these wrapped BTCs and wrapped other coins that we see, we can have an argument about them, and I've said it many times. I said, guys, I don't like this wrap stuff, right? Because how can we trust these companies? But of course, these companies, people are trusting them. They're saying, look, you know, when you wrap a BTC, they're holding that BTC, so it's like an ETF or whatever you want to call it, right? You know, it's like a fake version, but I don't want to see a fake version coming up, you know. But looking at wrapped or not wrapped or whatever, ultimately, all I'm seeing is Trump could directly buy. So if he bought the real BTC, right, on an exchange, it would have pumped the price. And of course, probably he did, right, because of the buys that they've had. But ideally, that's what he needs to do. But it also shows us that how inexperienced Trump, President Trump, and his team are. Or especially, I should say, just, you know, a little birdie said, right, his son, right? How much of an amateur they are. Right, that's what you're gonna say. Someone who understands BTC would never ever touch a wrapped BTC. Never, no way. Right, so clearly these are amateurs, absolute amateurs. Right, hence why that's what they've done certain things. Right, they've bought a wrapped BTC instead of a normal BTC. They've bought Solana on chain. They've bought ethereum on chain because they're amateurs. Right, but of course they've had other advisors. Again, I'm not sure what's going on, who's pulling the strings, who's doing what, I don't know. But Trump should have consulted me. I would have sorted him out proper, right? The proper way. Do you know what I mean? So he's missed an opportunity. And I'm not that expensive compared to the other guys. So bad luck to him. RS says 0x. RS says 0x from the car, the classic combo. Always, my brother. You know me, bro. You know me. This is my station, man. This is my office, bro. So always doing this, right? Okay. GK says there is no better advertisement than personal endorsements from friend buy Bitcoin. 100%, bro. 100%. You know, as I say, look, when we talk about buy Bitcoin, when we talk about buy crypto, psychology, right, matters. You're right. What are you getting in for? Because if you don't have a clear set goal, you have a problem, right? So you as a new investor or maybe an old veteran, right? We don't know, right? But you coming into crypto, what is your end goal? Are you in it to make money? Well, then don't worry about BTC. Go make money because you make money on altcoins, right? Do you want to save your money? Do you want to look at this funds 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line? Are you saving it for your grandchildren, your children, whatever? Is that what you're saving it? You're saving it to buy a house, whatever? Then you buy today and you leave it and you do not look back, right? That's what's going to give you the bigger amount over a longer period of time. It's the most stable thing, BTC, right? But if you're looking to make quick cash, stay in the alts, right? That's how I look at it. G-Shock says, why would the president buy BTC when he can just put someone in jail and take this? He has, but the government has done that already with the Silk Road stuff. They do own a significant amount already. There is a significant amount that they hold. I think it's about 69 million or billion dollars. I forgot how many it was, but the government, US government does own a significant amount of BTC already. But being the president, he gets the salary, so he can't really take from the treasury for his personal gains. So there are some rules, you know, technicalities, legal technicalities that they can't go through. But of course, when he's buying through his company. So this new company that he's got is actually it's like apparently it's a crypto exchange or something. And I think his son's got something to do with it, but it's a crypto exchange. and God knows what they're doing with it. But through that, it's like a venture capital fund or whatever. But they're buying crypto and all sorts through that. And again, buying is an expense. Remember this, right? So I've said this many times. When you buy as a business, it's an expense. So he's just doing some expenses, nothing more, you know. Ducator says, yeah, I message him every day. They only reply once, but I'm constantly teaching them via unsolicited emails. Even outlined how doing so will delete the swamp. Okay, I didn't get that. Ducator says, new bro, you make fake money on alt. Oh, you meant no, okay, no. Fake money on altcoins. You make dollars on altcoins, profiting in, okay, in tons of shit is no profit in my eyes. Profit in Bitcoin is not, or it's not profit at all. Ducator, you have to understand what I'm talking about, bro. When I'm saying like money and dollar and this, of course, dollar. Listen, all the fiat money we have is just shit. It's crap. There's fiat, there's currency, and there's money. We know that, right? There's two different types of currency. You got money that is something the government says that's the legal tender. That's become money. So that's the money. So, but the thing is a lot of people are not in the same position as, like, say for example, 5 years ago. All right. 5 years ago, 2020, right? 2020, Bitcoin was around what, 5-6 grand, for example, per coin, and many people had 5-6 grand sitting around, right? So they could easily buy one BTC, and that's what I normally said to people. I said, buy one BTC. In fact, I met someone yesterday. In 2020, he bought 5.2 Bitcoin, 5.2 Bitcoin. He bought that, and then 6 months later, when it went to around 10 grand, he sold them. Idiot, right? So he sold them, and God knows what he did with it. But I spoke to him, and I said, remember that BTC you bought? He said, yeah. I said, do you know how much that's worth now? He said, what do you mean? I said, it's worth about 500 grand, bro. It's $500,000. So you serious? I said, I'm serious, bro. $500,000, you know? So I said to him, I said, all you had to do was basically just hold. That's all you had to do. But you looked at it and think, but again, it's fine because he wanted to make money. So it's fine. So you see, if he wanted to hold, like he wanted to save for 5 years or 10 years, then I would have a go at him. So, but he didn't. He wanted to make money, right? For whatever reason, he wanted to make money. So he bought 5.2 Bitcoin and he sold it. He made money. Do you know what I mean? So technically, he hasn't done anything wrong. So, but of course, anybody like us who understand crypto, like me, I do not sell BTC. Liquid assets is different, but BTC I do not sell. That just goes away. We don't want to know about it. You know what I mean? Those are my top ups. I don't want to know about it because I'm not buying or I'm not receiving BTC for me to make profit. That's not profit. That's savings. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got other stuff that pays my bills, so I keep it that way. Anyway, Desi said, dopamine filled. Thanks for your time, bro. Anytime, my brother. I'm not going to go too long anyway. 53 minutes. I wasn't going to last that long. GK says, I do understand your appearance of profit in what you have always known as money. Bitcoin gives you the ability to immediately use it as money itself. There is no waiting for appreciation. True. But I've said this to you before as well. I would not spend my BTC. To buy something. Why? Because I think it's a lot more valuable than that. However, say for example, we come to this time in the future, a decade from now, 2 decades from now, where BTC goes to, just for the sake of this conversation, goes to $1 million. And that volatility that we normally see, that 10%, 20%, 15% up and down that we see normally, that volatility reduces to nothing, almost nothing. It becomes like a fiat currency, right? Where, governments and everybody around the world hold the BTC and nobody's selling. Nobody wants to sell, right? Nobody wants to buy because it's so expensive. Nobody can buy because it's so expensive. And nobody's selling. And each BTC is worth $1 million, maybe $10 million a coin, just for the sake of this video, right? we say this. At that point, when it moves 0.1% or 0.2% or 0.3%, just like every other fiat currency on the forex market, that's when I will be getting offloading off BTC, because it's not worth being there, because it's just same as any other foreign currency. But of course, it would have been appreciated so much more that I benefit anyway. Does that make sense, right? So that's how you got to look at it, you know. So for me, I wouldn't spend a penny. You beat the shit out of me, I will not spend a single BTC to go and buy something, because my head, if I pay something for $100 with the BTC today, I'm thinking, fuck me, I paid $100. That's not $100. That's like a fucking $100,000. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the future potential price. So that's how I'm looking at certain things. So I hope that kind of makes sense, my brother. I know you pay your bills in Bitcoin, but you shouldn't, man. That's the one thing I disagree with. Do not pay. Use the fiat shit money, the money that you call shit. Use shit money, bro. Use toilet paper. Use the toilet paper to pay them, bro. Why wouldn't you? Use toilet paper to pay them, right? Why are you using Bitcoin? Because that's gold, bro. You don't want to wipe your ass with gold, man. What's wrong with you? That's how I say it, anyway. Oh, man. G-Shock says, I wouldn't pay bills in BTC either. That $300 electric bill would have been better suited a year from. Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm at. I would never pay my bills in it. No more volatility. Exactly. But do you get my point, though? I hope you understand my point, Educator, that for me, the time I want to sell my BTC, whatever I have, right? Doesn't matter if I have 1 Satoshi or 100 Satoshi or 1,000,000 Satoshi or 1,000,000,000 Satoshi. It doesn't matter. For me, what matters, that my end goal. So this is, I've already set my goal. My end goal is when BTC becomes a stable currency, not a fiat, but a stable currency, just like every other stable currency, right? That's the time I can now just sell, move into something else, look for volatility. Because for me, my beginning goal was I want to make money. Now I have options to make money. I can trade, right? I can, like crypto, I can trade crypto to make money, which is fine. I can do leverage trading to make money, fine. I can hodl, right, and make money. So the easiest option for me in BTC was just to hodl, because it's always going to go up. Mathematically, we know where it's going, right? The maths can't be wrong. Okay, maybe the maths is delayed. We might not get to $10 million in 10 years. We may not. We might take another 20 years for that. That's fine. You see what I mean? That's fine. But in the meantime, for me to make money, keep that cash flowing, keep that cash rolling, make my 10%, 20%, 30%, 1x, 2x, I got the shit coins for that. I got all the altcoins for that. So I will happily go and trade and do whatever I need to do with my shit coins, with all my altcoins, all my meme coins, whatever, make money there. But whatever I hold in BTC, not interested in selling right now until it becomes a stable coin. So that's my end goal. So my beginning goal was to make money, and my end goal is to cash out of, like, in that money basically through BTC. And I know many laws, many regulations, many rules will come and go in between that. I know that many tax rules and this and that will come and go. But as long as I'm in BTC, I've never cashed out. No one needs to know about it. It's there, right? And if anybody does come to me and says, where's your BTC? I lost my seed phrase. Happy days. You know what I mean? So end of the day, just leaving it there for as long as I can. That's how it's going to be for me. So, and I'm transparent about it. I don't care what people say, you know? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. BTC wasn't, G-Shock, BTC wasn't 15 cents. It was zero. It was 1 cent, bro. 1 cent. 1 cent. Can you believe that? It was 1 cent. Right? 1 or 2 cents. Sorry, 2 cents. It was 2 cents. So, okay, it was a joke, right? Or whatever it was, right? The guy, BTC was 2 cents and he paid for a pizza with that. It's ridiculous, man. And look what it would have been today. I bet this guy's, I don't even know how this guy is still alive, man. He would have killed, if it was me, I would have jumped off a building. Oh, fuck that. I just lost billions of dollars. UK says, G-Shock, people still have to live when paying bills on BTC. You save over time. The rich understand it's not how much you make, that matters. It's how much you save that matters. Yes and no. Yes or no. But you do understand, so that's what matters anyway. You are saying I'm spending my future wealth. I know. Tis the burden of all all pioneers in the monetary evolution. Men used to pay 10 kilos of gold for a fish when gold was new. I overpay now. Well, I don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that because gold has been around for thousands of years and there's always been a good value for gold, right? And most of the gold, you can say that the oligarchs, the ancient oligarchs, they all held gold. So a common man never had gold, bro. So I disagree with that because historically, common people didn't just have gold. They had, yeah, nuggets of gold. Yeah, fair play. They traded that, right? But I did all the gold was always the oligarchs. You know what I mean? All the rich, the wealthy, the kings and the rulers. They always had the gold. So I kind of disagree with that. But I do get your point, right? Being a pioneer and everything. I completely understand that. The way I look at things is like, okay, I need to pay bills, right? Maybe I need to figure out a way how I can pay bills with something that is got no value. So, for example, if I've got $100, right, or $200, and you said to me you work for Google, for example, or Google or Facebook. I think you said the Facebook, right? You work for Facebook, so I'm sure you're not getting a bad pay pack, right? Facebook isn't paying you below average wages; they pay you a decent wages. So if they're paying you a decent wages, my advice to you, Ducator, my advice to you, my brother, is that money that you're getting, that paper money, whatever, electronic money, whatever you're receiving from Facebook, from your employer, from Zuckerberg, right? Take that money, pay your bills with that. And if you save a little bit, then stash that into BTC, bro. You stash that into BTC. You don't go around spending your BTC for that, right? You're being a pioneer, great. We love pioneers, right? And we are all pioneers here. But being a pioneer means you need to hold more. And right now, you're not holding more if you're paying your bills. If you think it's so much cheaper, wrong. It's not. It's not, right? Use your money to buy more BTC and hold that BTC and get rid of that money. You don't need the money. Get rid of the money as much as you can, bro. That's all I'm going to say anyway. I don't have to pay in BTC because I have it. Then nobody else will view it as money. I don't think we need to be concerned about that. There will always be someone who's gonna. The thing is, again, when you look at money, you're viewing BTC as money. BTC is not money. BTC is a currency, but not money. There's a distinct, very big difference between money and currency. So BTC is currency for sure, but not money. Money is your paper money and everyday stuff. The stuff that Zuckerberg pays you. G-Shock says, we're all here to become rich. That's the hope, brother. Good to see you again. Have a great night. Cheers. Thank you, my brother. Nice to see you as well. I will definitely catch you on another live stream. Thank you very much to see you. Ducator, today you gave, he says, today I gave 2,000 in Bitcoin to a random gamer to teach him about Bitcoin. Why you do that, bro? You can always send it to me, bro. You don't have to give it to a random guy. Give it to someone who's going to give you some love back. Anytime you want to send BTC, bro, you're welcome. You're welcome to send it my way, bro. Because at the end of the day, I ain't spending that. And you don't even have to teach me about it. Because I know the value of BTC. From here, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I know the value of BTC. You don't even have to give somebody $2,000 to teach them about that. You give it to me, I'll keep it safe. Educator. Anyway, guys, it's been a nice long one. I wasn't going to do a long one. I was going to do a short one today. But I do appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all for coming to the show. Thank you for all the comments and all the lovely conversations that we've had. I hope everybody understands the update that I gave regarding the market as well, regarding some of the structures that I've seen so far. BTC, Ethereum, Solana, everything is looking good, right? So the market structure is looking very good. We are going to be seeing some more pumps for sure. The only coin that hasn't shown me anything is the XRP, hence why I mentioned the XRP today. So if you do see it not moving or anything, don't panic too much. That's all I wanted to say. But yeah, it could even bleed a little bit, but don't worry too much about it. So far so good. I don't see it being bad. So that's what it is. But yeah, other than that, I think, like as I said earlier on as well regarding Trump, even though they've done certain things in a complete amateur way, they've kind of opened the floodgates for other things to happen. And we do need the wild, wild west. We don't want it to be regulated. And the longer we can keep BTC from being a stable coin, the better it is for us. And of course, the alts are there. That's my opinion. I know GK is going to disagree with me, as always, but I'm still going to say this. You want to make money, you trade the alts, do whatever. That's what's going to make you your 1x, 2x, 3x. That's where you go and do your hopium stuff. That's where you go and do your speculation stuff, right? The altcoins, the shitcoin. That's what it's for. Altcoins, there's a reason why it's called an alt, right? An alternative coin, not a BTC. BTC is the original coin. The BTC, the original coin, is a currency, but it's not a currency for today, in my opinion. It's a currency for the future. It's a currency that has the potential to go to $10 million. 10 million, that's just the number. It could even go higher depending on the currency state. Look, we have a $300 trillion deficit around the globe, right? So imagine if that freaking thing bubbles up a little bit more and explodes, how big BTC could be, how much BTC could be worth. So for me, saying $10 million in the future, that's just a number. It could go even higher. It could go even higher, life changing, generation changing. Do you know what I mean? Money it could make, right? So when we convert that currency into money in the future, you'll see you get a lot more. For now, my advice to everybody is save as much as possible in BTC. It doesn't matter if it's $10, $20, $100, whatever you can afford, put it in there, but don't look at it. That's not the balance you look at. Do what I do, and this is not a financial advice. I put BTC into a wallet that I don't look at. In fact, there's a wallet address on this video description. Educator, if you want to send some BTC, there's a wallet address there. Check this out. I cannot monitor that wallet. It's a one-way wallet. So that's how I operate with BTC. BTC is one way. There's no two ways about it. Anything that goes into these wallets, I do not look at, because that's not your psychology has to be, this is not for me looking at it. But think about it. Like if you have a savings account, how often do you go and look at your savings account? You know, if you have a goal, I want to save $5,000, right? Do you put $10 in every week and then look at it every week? It's like, oh, now I've got $20. You're putting $10. You've committed $10. You said, I'm going to do $10 for the next 5 years. So why are you looking at your balance for? And I doubt many people are doing this. You know what I mean? So nobody's going to do that. So if you're not going to do that with your normal fiat money, then why would you do that with crypto? So with BTC, go ahead and do that in a particular way. Save it for a long term, 5 years minimum, right? 10 years, 20 years, even better. That's what that should be for. And it doesn't matter what quantity. Remember, even $10 today is worth a lot, right? So focus on that. That's all I'm going to say. And of course, none of this is financial advice. It's your money. Do whatever you want to do. Ultimately, I'm just giving you my 2 cents, nothing more. But other than that, thank you very much, all of you guys, for coming to the show. Thank you for everyone attending here today. Thank you for all the views that you give. And apologize again for the 2 weeks of not arriving. I've just been very busy with work and everything as well. And plus life got in the way. Life's still in the way. So I might not be doing a live stream tomorrow or the day after, but I will try my best to come on whenever I can. If I can, then I will definitely. Other than that, much appreciated, much love, all of you guys. Thank you very much. I will catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.